but so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming in the rocket's red glare. The bombs bursting in air gave a roof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Welcome. As everyone knows, I'm Robert Santos. We have a few things that we're going to talk about. We got a trunk or treat, a few other events going on after that. A few notifications actually came on my phone not recently ago. But Pelosi, they're at it again. We have GM apparently owing us lots of money. You name it, we'll talk about it. I'm Robert Santos, and just so everyone else doesn't know, this is the Veterans Bench. Well, hello again. Thank you for joining me. There's a few people getting on, so we'll start it real quick. We got small businesses. I'll send you a link, but I want to thank Chelsea for my new mug. If you guys don't know, this actually looks pretty cool. I appreciate it. There's two of them. There's a red one and a white one. The red one's being washed right now, but always support your local businesses, especially the small family-owned business. The best way to build the economy. All these big Walmart, they may be cheaper, but they're only in it for themselves. So before we get into nits and gritties, let's talk about some events that's going on this coming month or two. Let's pull this up here. If you guys don't know, we're actually having a trunk or treat coming up next month, October 17th. I know it's a little small, but we'll go ahead and have that link. If anyone is interested at all in actually having a trunk, don't hesitate to contact me. It's free. Oh, it's not even pasting. It's free. You set a trunk up there. Make sure you keep things, it's for kids. Don't be too scary. But we'll have a costume contest. We have 0 to 3 years olds. We got 4 to 6. We got 7 to 10. We have the best family. We'll have a bounce house. We'll actually have a movie. Thanks to Natalie. She actually donated her big outside blow up screen. So we're going to play Hocus Pocus. We all know events are actually being canceled left and right because people are afraid to take on that event because of the whole COVID situation. Well, I will assure each and every single one of you that we are going to do our best to adhere to the rules and regulations that the CDC implemented and decides to change every 5 seconds. There'll be sanitizer all around the place. We will make sure there's no homemade food. We will clean the bounce houses before the event starts. We'll do everything I can. But at the end of the day, you're the parents, not us. If you don't feel we are doing the best, don't come. If you are scared, don't come. We're not sitting there coughing in each other's faces. We're going to make sure it's a safe environment for these kids. Our kids already put up enough, and they deserve it. I have a 4-year-old. You're probably hearing him right now bouncing up and down all over the wall. He's tired of being at home. Yeah, we do take him outside, but events are limited. He would love to go pick strawberries or pick pumpkins and do all sorts of events, but they're being canceled left and right. All right, Halloween is one of them. I love Halloween. They better not cancel Halloween. It's my favorite holiday. In November, these are in planning stages now. We'll get rid of this one. All right, some of the planning phases we actually have going on is a craft show for November. We're thinking November 14th. Still in the planning phases. If you guys don't know, there's a lot of local businesses that make arts and crafts or make jewelry, or they're a painter, whatever the case is. We find a location, they pay for a table, and that money that they paid for that table goes to a charitable organization. The one we have in mind is actually the Michael J. Fox Parkinson's Foundation. It's a great foundation. They have one goal in mind. Their goal is to get out of business. Blatantly. That's awesome. That means it's their job. They are looking for a cure. I will let you know. We're planning on November 14th. It's the planning phases. Everything will come together once we find a location. Also in Christmas, we want to have Christmas with Santa. How many people want to bet that Santa Claus in the mall is going to be canceled? We all know he's going to be canceled. It's a shame, but he shouldn't. It's still September, and it's still plenty of time. If you guys don't know, we are still doing the childhood cancer awareness fundraiser. There we go. If you still want to donate, you still have time. If we meet $5,000, I will stand in the corner of Mahoney Avenue and 46 in a dress. I'll do whatever it takes to help out the kids, because our kids are everything. They are our future. They are our foundation. They're everything. Everything we do in politics, which we're going to get into that too. Everything we do is going to affect our kids. Everything we do now isn't really going to dramatically affect us. It's going to affect our kids. So that's who we have to do things for, is them, not us. You did, Angel. I appreciate it. Quite a few people donated. We have Angel, Jeffrey Blackstone, Donald. If I pronounced the name wrong, I apologize. Donald Koger, Gino, Tyler Wolowski, Trudy Summers, myself. Scrolling back up. A P&B Bates, Judith Santos, which I think is my mom or my sister. They both have the same first name. Michael Fricky and Dimitri Sylvia. Thank you guys so much for donating. It's outstanding. Every little bit helps, and I appreciate everything you guys do. So let's get into it. The nits and gritties. GM now has to pay back $28 million to the state and $12 million to community support. How much of that's actually going to go to what is needed in Ohio? I don't know. They say it's going to be used for ABC, but you know it's going to be XYZ. So we'll see what happens. We all know what happens with that gas tax that DeWine did. You know, he said it was going to go to fix the roads, but he's not fixing the roads. No one's fixing the roads. In fact, they're lying in their own pocket. It's insane. If you guys can hear that, that's my son acting like a ghost because he heard me talking about Halloween and he loves Halloween. You can just hear him talking. All right. This actually just came in. It's a little disturbing. But Pelosi and the Dems have, in fact, pushed a $2.2 trillion stim bill. Vice the 3.2, I think they did months ago. First of all, $2.2 trillion. We don't need it. Why? I know people are out there suffering from the COVID situation, but look what Florida just did. They just opened up. So we'll see what happens. I mean, I'm sure everything is fine. It's gone through the cycle. It's gone through the system. It's almost been a year now. For crying out loud, it's September. It's basically October. And you have November, December, and January. You got 3 months. You know what? It's been in our country since around this time. It's been in our country for over a year. It's gone through its cycle. Are we going to start closing everything down for the flu? It's time to open up Ohio. Get rid of this mask mandate. Stop kicking people out of locations for not wearing a mask and not asking them, because you know what? I have asthma. I don't have to wear one. But I choose to because I don't want to get that local business in trouble from Karen, who wants to call the FDA or the USD, whoever, the health department, and get them fined. It's ridiculous. Well, time we stop and stand up and get rid of our masks. Yes, Angel, a few bucks do go a long way. Dean, I'm sorry I missed your comment, but yeah, they don't care about stimulating the economy. I mean, $2.2 trillion, that's, who are they going to help? They're helping businesses, they're helping themselves, is what it is. I think I did the math last time the stim bill got passed, and it was giving every American, I think it was like $2,000. If you did that, it still wouldn't reach $1 trillion. I'll redo that math later, but we only have about 330 million people in the United States. You know, like how Biden says 220 million are going to die by the end of his speech. That's like 2/3 of the population. We know he's an idiot. The next thing, if anyone knows, the election. Voting by mail, voting in person. Early vote, early vote, early vote. I can't stress it enough. When you get a chance to get to the polls, go out there. I think some are opening October 3rd, I believe. Get out there and do early voting. I only want to vote in person. Believe it or not, I am registered to vote in Maine. Let's figure that one out. If someone could figure that one out right now, that'd be awesome. Why am I registered to vote in Maine? I'm from Maine. I haven't lived there or voted since 2013 was the last time I voted, I believe. I got retired. When it was August 30th of 2013. I was a state of Maine resident, no matter where I went when I was in the Marine Corps. I waited till January 1st, 2014 to become an Ohio citizen, went and changed everything. The reason being is I didn't want to deal with the whole tax complication. I figured this 2013 will be all Maine, and 2014 fresh start. So 2013 was the last time I voted. Here we are, 7 years later. And I'm now registered to vote because I'm getting text messages. I'm getting emails from Maine. Explain that. This phone number I have, the 330-531-1007, has never been associated with the state of Maine ever. You know that it's from Democrats. It's fraud. They found ballots in the trash, which obviously didn't help them throwing away because Trump is still our president and he will be in 2020. So check that. If you guys are worried if your votes count, you can go on our Secretary of State's website. You can find out when the last time you voted was. And if you happen to miss the last vote and you notice that you did vote but you didn't go there, then you know there's some fraud going on. But most of the frauds don't go to individuals that periodically, actually continuously vote. It's those individuals who don't vote so often. Those are the ones who get frauded in, like the ones who passed away. I know someone that I work with, won't mention their name, but they're I believe it was the mother or their father who passed away, and they got an absentee ballot in the mail. Not a request form, an actual ballot. You know what that is? That's somebody else requesting the absentee ballot, hoping that they would be able to be there to check the mail before the homeowners show up. They'll check the mail, they'll grab that ballot before the homeowners show up, leave the rest of the mail in the mailbox. That's how they do it. Josh, Brian, Lamar, Dean, Tabitha, thanks for joining. I'm sorry if I missed you guys getting on. If you guys have any questions, definitely let me know. I'll try pulling up that stim bill. Right before we started, I got the notification from Fox News that that's just happened. All right, the other thing about Pelosi, stand by for this. I'm going to read this word for word. I can't even stand looking at Pelosi's face. We fix that. All right, she urged her congressional colleagues to bolster their support for Democratic candidates in an attempt to shore up the type of majority the party would need if the 2020 presidential election reached her chamber. According to the 12th According to the 12th Amendment, congressional delegations decided the next president in the unlikely event that neither candidate wins the majority, 270, in the Electoral College going into the election. So they're already planning on, if no one meets 270, who they're going to decide to be president, which they're going to decide Biden. And that'll be completely devastating to our entire nation. Going into the election, Trump obviously has the upper hand as his party controls more state delegations, 26 versus 22, even though Democrats outnumber Republicans. Anyways, what Pelosi is doing, you guys will read this, I'll link it later. What Pelosi is doing is they're preparing for when Biden loses, because they know Biden is going to lose. Tomorrow during the debate, they're going to make Trump look like a bully, because you know how Trump is. He's a bull. He attacks head on, and he's not afraid to speak his mind. That's what we need. That's what America needs. We need that bull. We need that individual who's going to say, we are Americans, we are strong. We need someone who's going to Reagan it. I loved Ronald Reagan. I only knew him for a few years when I was little, but I remember him. I know I was young, but I remember Ronald Reagan. Great guy. They give all the money away. Trump takes the blame, and they can raise taxes and ship more jobs out of the country. They'll be going to skip. It's ridiculous. We're already like what? I stopped looking at our national debt. I really did. Last time I checked that, we were like in the 30s. Yeah, we'll pull it up right now. U.S. All right. Okay. Maybe I was wrong. Okay. 26. We are almost $27 trillion in debt. Screw it. Let's freaking make it 30 trillion. Why don't we? I mean, seriously, we are already, if you take all the nations in this world and add up their debt, we have like all of it. We have more debt than all the nations in the world combined. This is ridiculous. And it's still ticking. It's going up. Up, up, up. So let's give everyone freaking $2,000 a month for doing jack crap while we have hardworking individuals who are working 40, 50 hours a week, struggling. But yet we got people on welfare and we got unemployment and we got all these other individuals just sitting there and milking the system and doing jack for our hard work. The last 2 weeks, my hours were cut. My paycheck sucked. I got like $700. Like, it was like ridiculous. I'm not trying to go my personal money where it would be fine, but I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. It's 2 weeks, but you're giving people $600 a week? Seriously? I busted my ass off, and I'm sure there's other people out there. It's ridiculous. The Democratic Party is a joke. We need to fix this, which is one of the reasons why I know that when I get elected to whatever it is position that I am going to fight for, I've been here. I know what it's like to be in the ditch, okay? So I will always fight for each and every single one of you because I know what it's like. The people up there, they don't know. They don't care. They only care about their own pockets. They don't care who they hurt down here where we are. We are. That's why I will always stand with you. I will never ask you to stand with me. I will always ask if I can stand with you. And I will always stand in front of you, leading the way to ensure the path is clear for your success. Yes, Angel, I did. Michelle Laporhagen, that joke who's on the 58th district, they actually had an ad saying that Christina Hagen was trying to steal her name and that she's ashamed of her full name. But I mean, come on. Christina Hagen Nemeth, trying to get that on a sign. It's a long name. Christina Hagen. There's nothing wrong with that. She's been doing that well before she even thought or comprehended running for Congress. So it has nothing to do with her trying to run a new campaign to mislead individuals on November 3rd to think that they're voting for Michelle Lepore-Hagan, but they're actually voting for Christina. That's what Michelle Lepore-Hagan is saying. She is saying that Christina Hagan truly believes and is trying to mislead all the Democrats in the Valley to think that she is her. But Christina is not. She's always ran as Christina Hagan. She wasn't running as Christina Hagan Nemeth, and then now that she's running for the 13th district, changed it to Hagan. She's always done it. There's no treachery involved. Michelle Lepore-Hagan needs to go away. She needs to be out of office, because we all know, everyone's heard the rumor. If she wins, she is going to back down and give the seat to her daughter. I know she may not directly do it, but you know how the parties work. That's why you need to vote David Simon. David Simon's a great individual. He will do wonderful in that seat. He'll care more about the people than the party. He cares about the party. He does. But he cares a lot about the people, and he's going to do what's right for the people. And I think he'll be a great person. Thank you, Angel. Yeah, Angel, if you want to link his page, go right ahead. And though we don't have many viewers here at 7:30 at night, this is the only time I can do it. But during the ends of weeks, I gotta show you guys. I literally have like thousands of people that view my videos, which is why I'm keeping it on my campaign page and sharing it on my personal page. Yeah, he is one of the reasons why. I'll see if I can't find his link. DVID, David Simon. I spell his name. There we go. Here. Copy. There's the link to his page, David Simon. He's running for the 58th district in Ohio against Michelle Lepore-Hagan. Hi, Tiffany. I know I'm a little early today. I know it wasn't really set up today to do a live stream at all. I was actually preparing for tomorrow, which I normally would have done tonight. But tomorrow, as we all know, is the election. And I'm going to have like zero viewers watching me because everyone's going to be watching the election. And I'll be sitting over here like this because I'll be watching the election too. Or not the election, excuse me, the debate. I wish the election was tomorrow. It basically is. We're watching the debate tomorrow. I'm actually going down to Kensington and Canfield. Great place. We're going to sit there with like-minded individuals, watch Trump destroy Biden, and just have a good time. Talk, joke, have a right. The link that you gave me? Yes, that's the right link, Angel. It went to his page. Mine too. I don't know why it says restream. I'm sorry. That was me. I probably should change that. All right. We'll cut it short. Again, I'm sorry, guys. We weren't prepared to go today. I was not aware that I was going to go to the event tomorrow, and that's my fault. The debate's tomorrow. I'm not going to live stream tomorrow, but what I want to do is short. Just say hi, let you guys know what's going on with me, what we plan on doing in the community. But the craft show idea that we're talking about, if you guys are interested, send me a private message. If you guys want to help set up these events, you can either help financially or you can help out, just donate anything. For example, the trunk or treat that we're having, and I'll pop this bad boy up here again. All right. It's free. The only reason why it's free is because we are having the community come together. John is donating this. Sally's donating this. Excuse me. Rob's donating this. Angel's doing this. David's doing this. Tom's doing this. The community is coming together and they're just donating one thing or another, like whether it's a hay bale or it's, as Natalie donated, she donated her blow up screen for their movie. She's like, hey, how about a movie? I was like, that's a great idea. So she's donated that so we can show these kids a movie. If we have anything, be more than happy. If you guys got like those blow up that you put in the yards, I'm gonna take a couple of mine. I only have 2 small ones, but we can put those around. Just something for the kids to have fun, run around, have a good time. We'll have some made up games from Pinterest. Pinterest is an outstanding app. I'm not sponsoring them. I'm not sponsored by them. I just love Pinterest. Okay, especially all their palette ideas that they got. But we want to make an event that's safe for these kids. Trick or treating is being canceled. And to be honest, this whole trick-or-treating or the trunk-or-treat where you drive through, you're still in your car and you drive through and people give you the candy through the window. I think that's the dumbest thing in the world. I really do. I'm sorry. I know it's cautious, it's safe, but I think that's stupid. I really do. I'm sorry. You know, they're having one at the Cavelli Center on the 31st. I think it's kind of stupid. I'm sorry. The kids like to dress up. I know I like to dress up in my costume and have fun. My son's got a Ghostbuster costume. I need to go find a Ghostbuster costume as well so we match. It's just a day you can have fun. That's all it is. You've seen my garage, Angel. You know, I still got a bed, a headboard, and a footboard of a twin-size bed that I'm going to make into a bench from looking on Pinterest. It's great, but they have games and stuff on there. But we need to make sure our kids have these things that they can do. So we plan on having events like this, like the event that we're going to have in December. December is just planned. We're thinking of a Christmas with Santa because we all know Santa's going to disappear from the mall because the mall's not going to want to be liable to all these kids sitting on someone's lap. So, which is why for me, I personally believe I'll have this event. You are their parents. It's up to you to determine if me and my assistants and people who are helping me, like Angel, she's great. She's helping me a lot. David's helping me. Anthony's helping me. We're all going to make sure we do everything we can to ensure our kids are safe. But you're the parents. If you don't think we're doing enough, tell us. Because we're more than happy to adjust our plan. We really will. Or just don't come. It's plain and simple. I'm sorry if that hurt a few people, but I mean, we will do our best. There will be sanitizer for this trunk or treat all around. We will make sure that the blow up house that we have, the bounce house, that we sanitize that before anyone uses it. And the kids will go in. You know, it's up to you to watch your kid. If you don't want your kid in there, if your kid's sick, definitely don't come. If you come in looking like a zombie, we will kick you out. That's what we will do. We'll tell you to leave. Temperatures will be taken of every individual that has a trunk. We will make sure that the individual handing out the candy is safe. We will make sure that only the person at the trunk hands the candy out. We will not let the kids reach into that the bin and grab candy out because we don't want all those hands in that bowl. We will make sure, like for me, I'll have a trunk that my wife and my stepson, who are going to be there, that they will be the ones passing out the candy. And they will have sanitizer for them. They will make sure their hands are clean. We'll pass it out to everybody. We'll make sure. I'll have gloves there. We'll have masks in case somebody wants to wear them. But it's Halloween. Okay? James, outstanding. Please tell us. I know we don't get offended by tough criticism, Angel. I do. And I understand everybody else. Greater Life Church, October 24th from noon to 4 is having a fest with trunk or treat. Awesome. I mean, Patty, that's great. It's people coming up with stuff like that that's creating these events and ensuring it's safe for these kids. To me, I truly believe that the individuals who are canceling them are just too scared to say, hey, you're the mom and dad. Like if I take my son to this thing and he gets sick, guess whose fault it is? Mine. I'll make sure he's taken care of. I'll give him the medication, the medical treatment that he needs. And if I see him doing something he's not supposed to, like putting his hands in his mouth, which he shouldn't do even before the COVID, tell him not to, give him some sanitizer like we always have done. Enough of the trunk or treat rant. If anyone has any questions, I'll send that link again. If you know anybody that is interested in having a trunk that will abide by, and they do have to sign this form, and the form specifically states, and I'll read it to you. I understand all candy must be store-bought and no homemade candy is allowed. I would even do this even if COVID didn't exist. The second one, yeah, it's from COVID. We understand that you understand to participate in the trunk. You and any guest at the trunk will have their temperature taken before setting up. We do understand that people will have different views on the COVID. Y'all know my view. I think it's a complete joke. I don't care about wearing a mask or not. But this is for the kids. We don't need no Karen or whatever shutting this down or causing a wrench in this event. So let's just do what we need to do to make sure our kids are happy. Our kids enjoy a great day. Because that's all it's really about is our kids right now. Is this event is for our kids. You understand? That's pretty much it. Yeah, those two questions in one statement. As long as you guys understand, you agree to that, that's perfectly fine. To be happy. If anyone wants to assist or help in this event, let me know. We are their parents. We have to make sure our kids are safe. If my kid is not healthy, he ain't coming. If I don't feel well or if my temperature is high, I won't come. Which is why I have a good group of individuals who are assisting me. So that way we know that, and we're all talking to each other. If one of us can't come because we have a high temperature or whatever, we won't come. But the event will go on. That's what makes this community so great. We come together to do what we can to make our community grow. So we have the trunk or treat. November, we are planning a craft and vendor show. We will be charging for the table. We're actually going to do it for the Michael J. Fox Parkinson's Foundation. It's a great foundation. Their whole entire goal is to go out of business. What that means is find a cure. That's their goal, is to find a cure so they never have to collect another dime again, which is a great goal. Then we're going to plan on Christmas in December. Kids, Santa Claus will come down. Again, we will make sure all precautions and all these events are taken care of. I have one, Angel. We already have our thermometer. We're good. So we will have one. Thank you, though. But yeah, I didn't even tell you I had one, but we have one. One of my coworkers will let me borrow their non-touchless gun ones. So don't worry, we don't have to stick it in anyone's mouth. I have to sanitize it. It's one of the no-touch gun ones. Perfectly fine. So with that being said, I want everybody to know, thank you. I appreciate each and every single one of you for everything you guys did and are doing. I appreciate you continue to support. I am not running for governor. Not happening. I am not running for an office right now. I'm just trying to keep my name out there, and I'm holding to my word. I told you guys I would not be ghosting, just like the other two candidates. Hennon, where's he at? And you don't want to talk about lying, crying lyrics, right? Don't get me started on him. The one thing I have in my life is my integrity and my family, and I don't break either one of them for anybody. That guy has no integrity, period. So we'll talk about that again. I will go live tomorrow on my phone while I'm at the event. If anyone has any questions or if they want to just see what's going on at the event, sign on and say hi. All right, so with that being said, I want to thank each and every single one of you. God bless you all, and God bless America.